Some places don't exist until you find them. Some voices shouldn't be heard, but they call anyway. And some mysteries refuse to stay buried. Tonight, we bring you 5 chilling incidents that defy explanation. Stay until the end, but be warned, some stories follow you home. Incident 1, the man who wasn't in the photo. In 2013, a group of friends took a picture at a local park. They smiled, posed, and checked the photo afterward. Everything looked normal, except one thing. One of them wasn't in the picture. David, who had been standing in the middle, was missing. Thinking it was a glitch, they took another picture. Again, David wasn't there. Terrified, he ran to a nearby mirror. His reflection stared back at him. But when his friends looked into the mirror, they saw nothing. David was gone. Incident 2, the wrong door. In 2008, a woman named Sarah stayed in an old hotel in Chicago. Her room was at the end of a long hallway. One night, she got up to use the bathroom. As she stepped into the hall, she noticed something strange. There was an extra door. It was identical to all the others, but had no room number. She reached for the handle. The second her fingers touched the knob, a knock came from inside the door. Sarah ran back to her room. The next morning, the door was gone. But when she checked her phone, she had a new photo in her camera roll. It was a picture of the door, slightly open. Incident 3, the mirror that remembered. In 1986, a man named Tom bought an old mirror from an antique shop. When he brought it home, he noticed something strange. The reflection in the mirror wasn't quite right. His furniture was the same, but the colors were slightly off. One night, he tested it. He placed a book on his dresser and looked into the mirror. In the reflection, the book wasn't there. The next morning, the book was gone. Instead, it was inside the mirror, resting on the reflection of his dresser. He smashed the mirror that night, but when he checked his dresser, the book was missing. Incident 4, the call from the other side. In 2011, a man named Jason received a call at exactly 3:33 a.m. When he answered, a voice whispered, "It's not your time." Confused, Jason asked who it was. The call cut out. Later that morning, Jason took his usual route to work. But just as he stepped into an intersection, a car sped through a red light, nearly hitting him. Shaken, he checked his phone history. There was no record of the call, but when he looked closer, he saw a notification. Missed call, 3:33 a.m. No number, no contact. Incident 5, the store that only appears once. In 1994, a man named Daniel was walking home late at night when he saw a small bookstore on the corner of his street. He had lived there for years. The store had never been there before. Curious, he stepped inside. The shelves were lined with books that had no titles, just blank covers. An old man at the counter smiled. "You've been here before," he said. Daniel shook his head. "No, I haven't." The man's smile faded. "Then why did you leave this behind?" He handed Daniel a book. It had his name on the cover. Daniel ran out of the shop. The next day he went back to find the bookstore again. It was gone. Some doors lead nowhere. Some places don't want to be found. And some stories will never leave you. Do you believe these incidents are just coincidence? Or is something much darker at play? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more chilling stories, be sure to like, subscribe, and join us next time. If you dare.